What are we gonna be talking about today?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm talking about the Hills Have Eyes bar, as Craig so eloquently put it.
I was gonna say we talk about
Yeah, that's funny. Well,
parents making sex tapes, and like would that change in the future of being like not so bad? Because I think as today in our society, I think
everyone's got pictures.
Yeah, everybody's got pictures or videos of them doing something now. So, and it kind of refers to the whole princess nude thing. Like, cause I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't care. The princess getting caught, Prince Harry's wife, Princess Dia, or whatever the hell her name.
Well, I mean, that's just a fucking sketchy group of people all together with just their...
But no, she was taking her top off and
this dude was butt-ass naked.
No, the other older one.
Yeah, they're
the
married.
One that's closer to become king.
They're going to be king and queen. And her titties, supposedly, they're not even that good looking. Kate Middleton.
Let's go inside in real quick. You're listening to Bears in a Cave? You're listening to Bears in a Cave?
Redo. 5, 4, 3.
What is iCarly?
If only we had those ratings.
Because I'm not a faggot.
Jesus. It wasn't iCarly. Anyways, you're listening to Bears in a Cave. Today is, September 18th?
It's the fucking 19th.
Is it?
You lost a day somewhere.
Fuck, yeah, I did. Anyways, this is Cub Scout.
Dirtbag.
Nerd Dick.
And our producer, McFatty, fucking rookie over here, leaving his goddamn phone on.
Yeah, what a nub.
Fucking rook.
Yeah, let's recap the week, though. Let's start with Dirtbag.
I had a shit week. Just busy as fuck at work. A lot of shit changing. So I got off early Monday and went to a fucking bar. And I didn't go there on accident. I went there on purpose because the first time I went there, there's this... I thought she was Russian. Turns out she's Portuguese.
Oh, shit.
But she sounds Russian, so I don't know what the fuck
We've
is going on
always been calling her the Russian bitch, but apparently...
Well, the first day I was there, she cursed out a black dude for playing rap, calling him the N-word straight to his face, waving her finger in his face. So I was like, this is an interesting place to come. To paint the picture, it's dark as fuck in there, and there's red, old-style, fat Christmas lights ran across the ceiling. So it's on, and it looks like the fucking rape dungeon for Pulp Fiction. Like you're sure you're gonna get fucking raped. Yeah. Zed's dead, baby. But so I went back there because I was like, man, I'll blow off some steam and watch some hillbillies. Well, it was fucking hillbilly hell. The first thing I walked in, there's this fat dude with his front teeth were just either busted out or I don't know. He sold them on the black market, some shit.
I don't need these.
And as soon as I sit down, I don't even have time to order a fucking beer. And he goes, hey, what do you pump? And I was like, what?
Ass. I pump ass all day.
I didn't get it at first. And he's like, what do you bench, man? I was like, I don't know. And he starts just talking about my arms. So I just look away. I'm fucking ignoring him. He's still talking. So I'm immediately uncomfortable.
Yeah, because he can't tell the difference between fat and muscles.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fussles.
Anyways, the motherfucker
I'm wearing a fussle.
tell me a bike. But the creepy part about it is no one's sitting next to him. And he starts telling to himself Jeff Dunham jokes. Talking to his hand like it's a fucking puppet. And I'm sitting there going, man, I gotta tell somebody about this. So I'm texting fucking everyone I know. Like,
yeah.
I'm creeped right the fuck out.
You caught me on it. It would make me laugh at work.
The bartender is this old, ugly fucking hag who looks like the witch in fucking Hansel and Gretel and shit. Don't know how she's tending the bar unless she owns it because no one would hire her to fucking serve you at Denny's, more or less fucking, be a bartender. And you hear trumps, like, someone's walking. There's an upstairs. It's like, what the fuck is this? This 4'5", 45-year-old fucking mongoloid, a legit fucking retarded person, female, walks down, mustache. And they start fueling this fucking thing up on whiskey and wine and shit and they're all laughing at the dumb shit she's saying like it's a game they fucking play. And it's the bartender's daughter. It's pretty fucking weird. Well, the bartender goes around the back of her and starts fucking massaging her shoulders. And it at first it's just like a normal, friendly,
deep tissue, like real quick. But
then it starts getting more like wavy and sensual. And I was like, she's definitely fucking...
They're kind of going to the motion of the music.
Yeah, she's definitely fucking her retarded daughter that has a mustache. And I felt eyes on me the whole fucking time, and every time I looked, the mongoloid was just staring at me, blank faced, and I thought
you should have got on that massage train, sat in front of her, and like got them.
No.
Dude, seriously, if
I
you
thought
get
some
those
shit was going down,
those
man.
thick, muscly mongoloid hands on your back, dude, I'm sure that'll work out all the stress you've been home since high school.
I'm pretty sure it was a girl, but it might have had a dick. I had to piss the whole time.
It probably had 2 dicks.
I was there 2
vaginas.
hours. Yeah, I was there 2 hours, and I never went to the fucking bathroom. And then when I did go out to piss, the same dude who was doing the puppet shit was trying to sell me a bike with 2 flat tires.
A bicycle?
Yeah.
Were you thinking motorcycle?
Yeah, I was thinking this guy was like kind of like a biker kind of thing in my head.
Oh, it's Greg.
Yeah.
It was chained up outside, had 2 flat tires, and the chain was rusted as fuck. Like it sat outside for 6 years.
So, hey, give me $20, you can have it.
And I was like, this fucking thing doesn't work, and I got a car. And he's like, I rode it up here. Fuck, I wish I would have seen that motherfucker riding that goddamn thing.
You should have asked me, like, I'm on the verge. I'm on the fence teetering.
Test it out.
So if you could do me a solid, ride it around the block real quick.
In this dirt parking lot, please.
Just randomly just shove something in the spokes.
Anyways, needless to say, I didn't get raped and or murdered. And drank some really shitty old beer that had been sitting there because apparently no one else goes there except retards and hillbillies.
I kind of want to go.
What actually wanted to make you want to go there?
Well, the first time it was fun because there was an old dude dancing on the stripper pole, and I think
this place has a goddamn stripper pole.
He was gay, yeah. I wouldn't touch it, but he was dancing on it to I think a Rod Stewart song, "If You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy," and it was funny as fuck. And then the next song after that was a Young Jeezy song that the black dude had played. So not only did I see a white dude and like an 80-year-old white guy stripping on a pole, I saw a black dude get called the N-word to his face and then not do anything by who I assumed was a Russian chick. That's why I went there. So why would you not go there?
Oh yeah.
It didn't involve me getting raped at that point.
Was it like a different time? Was it a different crowd as the times change?
I fucking don't know.
Oh, that's like your second time being there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if it's like the Twilight Zone, and what if like every time you're on your way there, it's like a roll of the dice. It could be next thing you go in there, it's like Jumanji. It's got like elephants and shit. Like,
it doesn't have to be the Twilight Zone. It is that. It's a roll of the dice on whether you live or not.
It's a paradox universe where everything crazy happens in there.
Well, the first time I went in there were 3 Mexican dudes, and I can only tell because their boots were snakeskin.
Oh yeah.
In the same stall in the bathroom, and I don't know if they were doing coke or sucking dick, one or the other. But
there's only one stall in there.
Yeah.
They're doing coke off each other's.
Because I heard when they do those little quick hookups, like at events like the mall, like when like hey, like gay guy will go to the mall, but he'll go to like another, but hey, I'll suck a dick right now, like crazy shit, I heard there's a trick they do is when they go into the bathrooms at the mall. One of the guys would step in the bag and pull the bag out, so it looks like there's like like say bought something, and then he'll do it like that. Yeah. So like when you look at it's like what the hell? You look and you only see one pair of feet.
There's a guy taking a shit and a packed sun bag.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah. But no, he's just going to town. I thought it was pretty clever though.
That's very clever.
Yeah.
It's clever. You think it's clever because you came up with it.
No.
Motherfucker.
I didn't come up with it.
I didn't come up with it.
I was told to stand in the bag.
The guy who I was fucking sucking off came up with it. It was awesome. Goddamn genius.
The gay guy I was like, hey, why are you standing in the bag? He's like, just don't worry about it.
Anyways, I heard some shit being talked about amyl nitrates or some shit. They're called poppers in the gay community. What the fuck is that? Does anyone know?
I have no idea.
All right, moving on. There's supposed to be some crazy fucking drug they do and it makes their asshole spread out or some shit. I don't know. And I want to know exactly what the fuck it is.
What I think it is, it's a balloon.
There we go with that think. Oh, that guy came up with that shit. It's
they
clever.
take a balloon and they stick it in the butthole and then they blow it up and it expands the...
Whose butthole is that loose?
Yeah, but it's amyl nitrates too, so it has drugs. It's something to do with drugs.
Well, yeah, you just put cocaine in there before you do it. So when it explodes, not only you got it in suspicion...
Can you imagine the fucking high in your asshole?
No.
A coke balloon blow up around in your
No, this is a true story. Fleetwood Mac, the band Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks was one of the singers. She sang Gypsy and
I was about to say,
shit.
Gypsy.
Well, this fucking whore, when they were fucking riding high, like late 70s and shit, and they were playing concerts, her nose was so fucked up from doing blow that they literally hired a dude, and you can look on Snopes, this is fucking legit, people have seen it and admitted to it, to take a straw and reverse felch coke into her asshole so it would get in her bloodstream.
Yeah.
So he wasn't felching, he was reverse felching cocaine into her asshole, just blowing cocaine into her asshole.
I heard that story a couple months ago.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
And I like
at that point, kind of when your nose is fucked up, don't you just? I gotta tap out.
I want to have that kind of pool with my life. I just want you guys at the drop of a dime just blow coke in my ass if I absolutely want it.
Why wasn't she just shooting it up like a normal fucking junkie?
A normal fucking junkie, yeah.
Switch the crack to your nose.
No, I'm too rich to be a drunk. I want to have people blowing up my asshole.
That's why it's called blow.
She invented blow.
How much would you get paid to do that to somebody?
Just like President Johnson is the reason we call our dicks Johnsons.
What a dick.
He is.
Now I call it Cheney now.
He is, but Cheney ain't got shit on President Lyndon B. Johnson. He doesn't read about this motherfucker.
He saw Forrest Gump's butt.
A girl reporter was asking him about President Johnson, about foreign policy. Mm-hmm. Say, what do you think about our state of foreign policy right now? He pulled his dick out and said, this is what I fucking think about it. And there's a new tape that came out of him talking, and he's talking to the owner or CEO of Hagar Pants. And it is the funniest thing you'll ever listen to, because he's like, yeah, these ones y'all sent me, it rides right in the middle of my fucking nutsack, and it's cutting my nuts in half and shit. And it's the president of the fucking United States.
That's actually pretty
talking
awesome.
About some khakis splitting them down the nutsack, dude. This dude
he never asked
fucking
to be president.
insane.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome. Why can't we have presidents now like that? The president it might be our president now is talking about,
Excuse me. These pants are cutting me right in the nutsack, and
What do you say that though?
I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
Was that your week though?
Yeah, nutsacks and President Johnson showing his dick.
And mongoloids.
Yeah.
I wish you would have went last, because now my week sucks.
I can go middle because mine's kind of middly.
You are the middle. You're the middle in the train.
Well,
always.
sure. Honestly, I went to. We said it a moment ago, the Hills Have Eyes bar, but it's a toss-up between that fucking joint and then Crazy Cooters. I don't know which one is more Hills Have Eyes.
There's no retards in Crazy Cooters. Sorry if anyone's got mentally handicapped family. I just throw
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. You got to respect for what it is. If her family doesn't respect that girl, or shave her mustache, then really it's fair game. Your Mongoloid is on the fucking shelf. I'll take that joke, please. But no, the hottest girl there, I still wouldn't fuck when I was drunk as shit. I would not.
Was it the bartender?
It was the bartender's
blonde
girlfriend, I guess.
The blonde bartender.
She's kind of skinny.
Oh, I don't know.
But she was the only one that just wasn't overweight that was there, so I guess that was why I would say that she's the hottest chick.
Dude, that place is fucked up.
I'll tell you what, man, I had a lot of fun with karaoke.
Oh, it's
that place
fun
is
there.
awesome, and everyone's drunk as shit, so no one gives a fuck. So you just go in there and just do whatever you want, and no one cares.
Yeah.
It's $1 for a beer. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, our buddy's dad was mad at some dude for some shit that happened in high school there. So I went up and put my head on his shoulder, took a picture, and then asked if he was the dude I met on Craigslist to meet me in the bathroom and shit. And the dude was like, what? He was all freaked the fuck out.
You're talking about Budachrist's uncle?
Yeah. No, Budachrist's dad.
Oh, yeah.
So then I proceeded to find out what kind of car he drove, and in a full parking lot.
Didn't he have like a Silverado or some shit like that?
It was a white truck, yeah. I shit on the fucking hood. My fat ass had to have left dents in the fucking hood, but I crouched on that fucker, man. I don't know what I was doing that night.
But dude, that night I went to a house party, was there for like an hour, went to 2 different bars. I just fucking I was done drinking about 6 a.m. that night. One of the bartenders, she was like, "You were too drunk to drive. I'm gonna drive you home." And I was like, "You don't have a license." She's like, "But I'm not drunk." And I was like, "Eh." I was like, "But we went to the place behind Denny's." And I was like, I live a mile and a half away from here. I was like, I'll be okay. It was already like
Davis Brothers, owned by a dude I know named Bob. He also owns Bob Southern Saloon. Cool dude.
Sponsor.
But
he used to own the old gay bar out in Auburndale too. That I had to play pool against a bunch of dykes.
And these are cheap drinks either place you go, really. And I spent close to $100.
It's a fucking trucker's lounge, man.
Yeah, I spent easily over about $100.
That bar there?
Yeah, right down the road. And but yeah, anyways, I got home and the bartender called me. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Gross.
I'm like, "Hanging out." Not the one from Crazy Cooters, the one I actually knew. She was from high school. You know her too if I said her name.
Oh.
But
I knew a bartender that used to work there too.
Hanging out, we played a couple card games and stuff like that. It was totally platonic, but it was a lot of fun. And that was.
How many bartenders were there?
Just one.
Oh, because there's this one that used to work at Red Moon Saloon, and it's this sun-dried tomato-looking piece of shit lady.
Are we talking about Davis Brothers or Crazy Cooters?
Davis Brothers. And she's so skinny. Well, when she hands you her beer, it looks like those things that Peepaw got from the football game. She's missing all her middle fingers. All she's got is her thumb and her pinky. So she hands it to you like it's this weird fucking container thing, and it's like, don't touch it, no, I can't drink it, motherfucker.
Bring it over on a tray, you know.
She had no middle fingers, man. It was just like.
So the tip of her thumb's like just touching like the rim of the drain.
I like we're talking about it. We're all doing it.
Yeah, she's trying to do
no
like.
No one can
all
see
right,
it.
let me explain it. She's doing a single shocker on a really fat bitch.
So it looks like you're giving like the fucking cowabunga.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Thumb
She
and
would
a
grip your
pinky.
fucking beer with that shit.
You grab the rim with her thumb and the bottom with her
fucking
pinky.
Dr. Zoidberg motherfucker.
I don't know no winkle sandwich. Oh Jesus! But no, other than that, yeah, just got Borderlands 2 finally. We talked about that. That game's fun as shit. It's some of the best game dialogue I've ever read and heard. It's funny as shit. It's constantly got me cracking up, man. And every time the antagonist talks, it makes me laugh because his voice is just funny because he's a smart ass.
Yeah. So I gotta get it.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Quit clicking your goddamn pen.
Sorry.
Motherfucker, you're pulling my shit, my usual.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what it is, man.
It's the no sleeves.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Nerd dick.
The muscles.
Any ants bite your dick or some crazy shit?
No, actually,
you cut yourself on dried boogers or whatever.
No, I actually had maybe because my weeks have been so shitty. I think maybe I finally got a break this week. So I've been working a lot. So that's why I was like, man, wow, everybody's doing stuff. I'm like,
yeah, man,
nothing crazy happened this week with me.
You know why? Because you and I, we had plans to go do something Friday night. And you're like, yeah, I get off at 7, man. We'll meet up and come around at like 9:15. No one can still get a hold of you. And this motherfucker's at his mom's house, just hanging out with his mom and like blowing off plans to go to the bar and have a good time.
That sounds like huge amounts of fun.
So he's over there getting his mongoloid ass is getting massaged by his mom. Like she's feeding him fucking pizza bagels and shit.
No, I had family stuff, with a little sister, stuff like that.
Literally right before we started recording, you have some good news.
Lizard babies?
Lizard babies.
Lizard babies. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. They're leopard geckos. I just found out that the female laid eggs, so.
You got pet lizards?
Yes.
Are they grown ass man? What are you doing with your life?
Yes.
He also has a 5-year-old daughter, and she enjoys them too.
And they're in her room.
But they really are for nerd dick.
Well, you know, I give you a goddamn stuffed lizard. You get no real lizard.
And I have a hedgehog too. And you know what?
You Richard Gere.
Dude, bitches love the hog. I'm not fucking with you on that.
You took it a step up from hamster. You said, nope, hamster's been done.
Yeah.
I want a hedgehog in my asshole.
Like I'm still fine with the occasional gerbil. I don't get fucking crazy with it. I'm one of those people that like to enjoy it and put enough time in between, take a little break so that way it's enjoyable again.
Where Richard Gere?
A hospitalization enema. Those are fucking those are way better than the home kits.
Dude, you're like 10 pounds lighter than one
Funny.
of those.
Do you guys know who Tony Saragusa is?
No.
He was this big fat fucking lineman. He played, I think, with the Colts forever, and then he played with the Ravens. This fucker told a story in his book that I read, and it might be the funniest shit ever. He was talking about before the game, he had to shit so fucking bad, but couldn't. He was constipated, but he thought he was fucking dying. So he's laying there on the table, and he's like 350 fucking pounds, 6'6", big fucking fat white dude. They give him an enema. Nothing comes out but the clear liquid they shot in his ass the first time. Give him a second one. Nothing happens. So they get the carpet tape, the shit they use to keep the jerseys on their pads so people can't yank them down by the jerseys. And the trainer had to tape his ass cheeks together. And his final quote was, when he's walking out, he's like, what color jerseys are we wearing? Oh, we're wearing white on white today. So he said, okay, if I fake an injury, I'm going to be laying on my back. Bring the fucking stretcher, because that means I shit myself, and I don't want that shit being on fucking Monday Night Football. I was wearing white on white uniforms, and I got brown fucking ass, dude.
That'd be
I thought
terrible.
it was a good fucking story. I should buy the book, man. This dude's an interesting cat.
So he's a pretty intelligent dude.
Yeah, he seems like a good old boy, like fat fucking Italian dude that made it in the National Football League. Saragusa. Tony Saragusa. The Goose. Cool dude.
That sounds like.
Anyways, our fucking Bucks shit the bed.
Honestly, they did, but I wasn't upset with the way they were playing.
Don't be that dude.
I am going to be that dude.
They laid the fuck down.
Dude, fourth quarter, they just completely got slaughtered.
Football game is fucking 60 minutes, and we don't want to hear our coach saying the football game is 60 minutes. That last play, it shouldn't have came down to the fucking last play, man. We had the defending Super Bowl champions beat, and then shit the bed.
Yeah,
I'm proud of them. They didn't get fucking stomped like last year, but still, you got to expect more.
I'm
I'm
happy with how the defense played, even all the way to the last quarter, because you can't hate on those dudes who've been out there the entire game. Like, yeah, they're going to be a few steps behind whenever it's the last quarter, last 5 minutes of the game, and this team's trying to come back. You know, and even when the offense is like, all right, if game's on the line, 30 seconds left, you should play it like that all the time.
Hold on.
My beef is with the offense this last game, not the defense.
Hold on. Didn't I hear that Eli Manning threw for over 500 yards in the fourth quarter?
No, not in the fourth quarter. That's insane.
Yeah, he threw.
That's insane, and it has never been done.
They had 292 yards by the end of the first quarter with no touchdowns.
Yeah, but the fourth quarter, there was something ridiculous that
more than half of those were in the first quarter without any touchdowns. They were just playing the field and they'd get shut down in the end zone.
Did you see who they gave offensive player of week 2?
No.
Reggie Bush, Dolphins. They gave
him beat up on the Raiders.
Yeah. The dude was a stud. He had like 170 something yards rushing, 200 something all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. Motherfucker.
I thought that was cool that Dolphins got a little bit of recognition because they suck.
Well,
I love them,
fuck
but
the
they
Dolphins,
suck.
but Reggie Bush is showing New Orleans, hey, y'all went with fucking Sproles and let me go, motherfucker. I still had gas in the tank. Pretty neat to see the dude do that shit.
I think like I said, just when you tie it back into the Bucks, you know, Martin obviously had a good opening game. You know, but like the run was too predictive. Looking every time it was set up, I was like, dude, they're gonna go through this hole. And I don't know if it's if I watched the Bucks too much, but I'm like, you know, I have to assume that other teams have watched it more than I have.
Right.
And if I can call that shit out,
I don't think you're watching Bucks games.
But I mean, like they did something in the opening game. They put Blunt in and then threw a pass. Whenever they used to put Blunt in, and he would run the ball up the middle every time. No lateral movements, up the middle. You snuff him out within 3 or 4 yards.
I don't know, man.
Niners got it done
the
again.
The complacentness I've heard this week from fans and players and shit listening to them talk is shitty. It really is. Because you hear them say, oh, you know, we did good. We didn't get blowout. We scored a bunch of points. We did this good. We did this good. No, you need to focus on the negatives, motherfucker.
I agree.
Because they have too tough of a fucking schedule to even lose a couple times.
You're right. And I guess that's where I would talk.
Is fucked.
Because I'm talking to you how I would talk to someone who's not a fan, but in all reality, we should have a different conversation as diehard fans.
But in the good news, the Bucks did put 5 people on the injury list on the Giants.
Dude, I thought these guys were fucking dying. Every injury, it was making me cringe. I was like, oh my god.
And the good news is they softened the Giants up for the rest of the NFL. You chipped away a couple of players.
The loss should have been a lot worse had Eli had his weapons, and because they were sometimes they were just dropping passes. There was no one there on coverage. It was just poor play execution, and we got lucky, and we didn't capitalize on it. You know, we had some unanswered points whenever we were ahead by 4.
My San Francisco, my team, they're killing it this year. Killing it.
What's your running back's name?
Frank Gore.
God damn, that was pretty good.
Alex Smith, quarterback.
I wasn't even gonna ask that. That was a given.
That's a little bonus tidbit for you.
He just beat Steve Young's
franchise
record.
He has nothing to do at work. He read newspapers. And
what franchise record?
For San Francisco.
What record though?
The passing.
From whom?
No. What passing record? There's like 1,000 different ones he could have broken.
I don't know.
Because I guarantee you Steve Young still holds 99.99% of San Francisco's records.
Yeah.
And has a shit ton of Super Bowls.
Alex Smith's doing good, man.
He is no Steve Young, my friend. He's no Steve Young. He's no Joe Montana.
No.
He'll be in and out of that team as a starter in 3 years.
Like I told Cub Scout, I grew up with my mom on my mom's side being a San Francisco fan, and she was a big Joe Montana and Steve Young. And so, I know the history. Randy Moss.
I told you you've been hanging out with his mom too much.
Jerry Rice.
Rub my back.
He's a bad motherfucker.
But I'm saying,
and Terrell Owens joined the team. Who was your badass during that fucking championship run? Like the 96? No, it was before that. It was the year they stomped the shit out of San Diego Chargers, man. They had this dude who was actually tied back into the Bucks. Their fucking, defensive coordinator, linebackers coach, Brian Young. If you would have saw this motherfucker play, he was a defensive tackle in his day. The quarterbacks were scared to fucking death of this dude. And that's what I love about Schiano. brought that motherfucker in to be one of our defensive coaches at the Bucks.
Yeah, but now
because you watch this guy.
Yeah, but now the new rules, they're not allowed to rough up the quarterback.
Yeah, they can if the quarterback decides to hold on to the fucking ball too long, or throws it too late, or tries to run with it. You can kill that motherfucker.
Oh, let me ask you this real quick. In the fourth quarter, that pass to Mike Williams, were you? Yeah. Okay. So you're on the same page as me. I was like, he was going on his third step after control.
That's
ball
one
protection.
of the rules. If you listen to pundits talk about it,
terrible call.
That was actually a good call.
It was a terrible.
I looked up the rules.
No, for the past 3 years, even the league is inconsistent on calling shit like that. It's not. It's a gray area. They haven't decided exactly what they're gonna fucking do with it.
Because what the problem of that rule, what you're talking about, there's two rules that contradict themselves at that same point. And it was actually, I looked it up myself. So in theory, either way it could have been correct, but it was two rules contradicting one another. One was exactly what happened. He took 2 steps and then he fell and lost control of the ball, so he didn't have control of the ball.
He didn't fall and lose control. It was knocked out of bounds. Him and the ball.
But he didn't have control
when
he
fell.
fell.
What rule says you have to keep control of the ball after you are out of bounds?
It's one of the rules in the thing.
After you are out of bounds?
No, he had the ball, but when he was coming down, he lost control.
Let's say hypothetically it was a complete pass, and the guy was knocked out of bounds, and then the ball landed on the field, and they picked it up and ran it back.
No, it depends.
It's not a fumble.
It depends if he had control of the ball.
When he caught it, it looked like he had control of the ball. And what they were trying to say was he lost control of the ball when he hit the ground. There was no control once he hit the ground.
There was no control after he got hit, in all honesty.
Yeah, which is fucking ridiculous. If you fumble out of bounds, it goes through the offense. Mm-hmm. If you hit the ground and the ball leaves, it's the ground causes the fucking fumble. That's just what it fucking is. And the problem with it is none of the refs call it consistent, game to game, catch to fucking catch. If they would just call it one way or the other, we could definitively fucking say that, yes, this is the rule. But they don't. If that shit happened in this game, but the very next game, the same exact fucking play with a different set of refs could have happened, and it would have been a fucking catch.
But we got those new refs now. You got to keep that in consideration. We have new refs.
What was the ruling called on the field?
That it was a complete pass.
That was a complete pass.
And irrefutable evidence.
You have to have irrefutable evidence, and the thing is, they didn't. It was that gray area.
It was actually a red flag challenge, I believe.
Point of contention, from upstairs. It's a point of contention within the league and coaches and players. That's not irrefutable evidence. If it's a call that everyone fucking hates or everyone is worried about, you can't refute that because in everyone's eyes, it was a catch. Even the New York Giants, it was a fucking catch.
And another thing is, everybody's so wrapped up because they lost that they keep that. Like, nobody didn't mention that that the 49ers gave the Giants a free touchdown on their first game they played, and they still shut them down. It's just because you guys lost, you want to have a reason why you lost.
No.
Those 7 points would not have saved
anything. Are you
anything.
kidding? That would have put us in the lead, and we could have run down the clock.
Yeah, but the point I made at the very beginning of this is it shouldn't have gotten that fucking far.
When there's 30 seconds left,
that shouldn't have been up, period, though.
Well, hold on. You got to think, there's 39 seconds left in the game. They just completed a 25-plus yard pass. Stop doing that. A 25-plus yard pass, and now you're in the red zone. You have 30 seconds. You have plenty of time to run it a few times, or at least.
Maybe Josh Freeman needs to learn how to throw the ball a little bit better.
So I had nothing, that's not anything to do with it. And that dude was throwing fucking bullets.
This coming from a dude's team who had his first 2, after being picked first in the fucking draft, not from Kansas State where Josh Freeman's from, had 2 of the shittiest fucking years ever in the league. Alex Smith was a fucking flop and a joke. And after the next couple of years, he's going to continue to be. And y'all going to have to draft another fucking quarterback. This dude is riding high on his fucking defense.
Defense.
And the fact that they bring in a badass running back and a badass
Frank
receiver.
Gore, dude, I had Frank Gore on my fantasy football team last year. That's why I know about Frank
Gore. Honestly,
and Frank Gore is probably going to get hurt.
Can't talk shit because Vincent Jackson has been one of the biggest factors in the better part of this year.
But the problem is, you put him in Tampa Bay's offensive scheme, they have a really, really bad habit of who's your star player on offense? Okay, give that motherfucker the ball. They don't. Josh Freeman doesn't read his second, third, fourth. After a while, he's going to start forcing the ball to fucking Vincent Jackson. The shit happened in the second half where there might have been other people like Stockard and other people open, but he's just trying to force the ball to Vincent Jackson because he's tall and he's fucking Vincent Jackson.
He's fast as shit.
They did that shit last year with Kellen Winslow, and that's why I fucking put him into a shit ton
with Mike
of picks.
Williams, it just was a surprise, you know?
Right. It's Vincent Jackson's a badass, yeah, but you can't force the fucking ball to the dude.
Yeah,
or they're going to read that shit every time. But when you got 3 badass receivers and a badass running back who's proven himself,
so
like the Niners do.
So what does this make the Bucks 1-1?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just asking.
Same for the
It's
Giants.
still early.
Yeah, it's still early.
I mean, that's in all seriousness, it is the defending Super Bowl champions too, and
Yeah.
it wasn't a blowout. We've scored more points that game touchdown wise, and than we have in a very very long time.
Well, Bucks always do good against good teams. They just
That
suck
actually is
against-
kind of true. They
They
suck
just
against
suck
the
against
average
sucky teams, average sucky teams. And when it comes against like you're like, oh,
the
that's
Saints or
yeah,
the
yeah,
Falcons.
the Saints is something you're like, oh, dude, that's so good. No, they put extra effort into actually winning. But let's look at the basics. You want to hate on the Niners? Let's see who goes to the
hating
Super
on
Bowl
it.
this year.
I don't want to hate on the Niners. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because for
Every
a
point
while
you
in
can
the
make about
playoffs,
Tampa,
we were actually
ugh.
rooting for because we're NFC fans for the most part because that's our division.
Niners made some really shitty moves the past 5 or 6 years that really.
I think they have great. I think they just their
They
coaching's
hired Mike
right.
Singletary. He was a piece of shit.
I think
Yeah,
they
he
have the
ran the
right
team into the
players.
fucking
They have the
dirt.
right coaching. Everything's set. They're going to go to the Super Bowl this year.
It's like I feel like this is like talking religion. You're not going to convert me.
No.
I have a respect for the Niners, and I told you that whenever
Yeah.
when you called me and said, "Hey, I think I'm going to be a Niners fan this
No,
year."
I said
I
I'm
was
gonna.
like, "Fuck you."
I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna root for the Niners this year.
I was like, "Dude, I was like, your teams
I'm
are
still a
never
Dolphins fan. I'm still a Dolphin.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm out, and like I said, I lived in a house with Niners and Dolphins. My dad was a Dolphins fan. My mom's a 49ers fan. So I just say, hey, I'm gonna root for the Niners this year. I was like, they look.
give a shit less, and everyone else is Bucks fans.
I grew up with a family who one person in my whole family, I got 32 people in my family, and one person likes each team. So no matter who wins, my fucking team won.
And
I'm gonna buy that jersey next year.
I'm born in California. I'm born in California, so I have all rights if I want to be a San Francisco
Was
fan.
that a present tense sentence?
And you have all rights to be a faggot, pot smoking hippie. Go ahead.
I
Buddy.
feel
A
nothing.
smug
I feel like
asshole.
there's just not. Yeah, that's what. It's nothing but hate with me wanting to cheer on the Niners.
No, it's not nothing but hate. It's that.
The Johnny Come Lately theory.
Yeah.
I was rooting for them before they even played Green Bay last like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey.
No, you called me that day.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
I was rooting for them before they even started.
And like I said, I was Joe Montana and Steve Young.
Where'd Steve Young come from?
What do you mean? He was the second string. Joe Montana put him under his wing. And then they traded John Montana to Kansas City for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Correct answer to the question was the Buccaneers.
Oh,
Yeah.
who cares?
The Bucks have a long history with Creighton.
Yeah,
like,
but nobody
powerhouse
cares about the
quarterbacks.
Bucks. Who cares?
So, and that's the thing, though. Is
How
like,
many
how's
championships does Joe Montana have?
I don't know. How many championships did the Bucks have?
One.
One.
Okay.
I'm asking Joe
2002 season.
Montana.
Okay. So they won one game their whole. So they're
No,
only
they
been
won.
on top 1 year out the past 52 years they've been playing? 32 years? We say like 32.
I'm just asking. This is basic trivia that any
What?
layman sportsman should know. How many championships does Joe Montana have?
I
He
wanna
said
say-
Joe Montana, actually.
Yeah, the actor. Joe Montana.
He won an award for the Airheads movie he did, and
Oh, no.
Ray
3?
Cadbury's Vanilla
A
Ice Cream
Razzie?
suit.
It's 3 or 5? Oh, 4?
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was in the middle of it.
Next topic, sex tapes.
Oh, God.
Why'd you bring that up? Do you have a sex tape?
No,
Your dick?
no, but there are new pictures of me floating around.
Oh yeah, there's got to be somewhere around me because for a while I went through a fucking phase where it'd be like it just wouldn't even be a hey come over, it's just my fucking dick.
Yeah, you're like,
And it works.
yeah, you're like, hey, man, you know what, my dick's.
Keep your face out of it, angle it just right, you'll get a
Keep your balls out of it too.
Yeah, keep your balls out. That's
Yeah, your
all.
balls are never good looking. You can't church those up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the record and say that I never take pictures of my dick, but I definitely take pictures of my dick on my phone all the fucking time. It's literally, hey, should I come home before I pick up the kid? And I don't say yes or no. I just send a picture of my fucking. And I've gotten so bad because I'm married that I don't even get it hard anymore. First, it's just like
The flaccid
This-
pokey dick.
this sad little fucking thing laying on our soft ass sheets that we spent way too much money for. And if I want to get really creepy, I'll lay it up so you can see my vitiligo, where it's fucking two-toned. I got white and fucking fleshy colored dick. Look at this nasty
As you
dick.
get older,
Doesn't
do
that
your
make you
balls-
want to come home and suck it?
As you
No.
get older, do your balls get darker? I remember them like in like middle school, high school. They were kind of like a peachy pink color.
And nice
and I look at them now. They
smooth
look
on
like
the bottom.
yeah, nice and smooth. Now they're all like getting wrinkly and they're starting to look kind of fucking tan. Like
yeah, I think my balls are getting pretty rough looking.
yeah, we were talking about the other day and
yeah, because I was
You're starting to wonder to yourself, when did I leave my balls soaking in a glass of water forever? Why are they so fucked up? Fuck.
My balls run on fucking saggy, dude. I'm gonna be that old fucking grandpa with the shit hanging out of my goddamn shorts.
Mine do too. It gets so hot at work, and then they get saggy as fucking. Every day at break, I sit down and I was like, fuck, I narrowly escaped.
Yeah.
Sitting on this motherfucker, and I'm fat.
Well,
so
I was doing it.
Happens,
I did it in high school. You know, I used to do that. Like if I just I'll stand up and then sit back down. It was just it would just have that swoop.
They peel off your thigh like a fucking old sticker. oh my god, dude! When I was in 6th grade, I was dating this girl. And that was like my first girlfriend. And actually,
what's her name? Whole name?
You actually know this girl. We used to live together because we reunited and we lived together with McFaddy and his friend. So and but I wore whitey tighties at the time, and I was at a party. Then we had a mutual friend who we were sitting on like this, like holding hands on like this little like outside bench at a party, like a little birthday party thing or whatever.
Oh.
And this girl comes up, runs up, and jumps on my lap, and she sits like on my lap just right to where one of my fucking balls pop up and hit her in the ass cheek. And like this girl jumped up in the air, fucking screaming. She thought I popped a boner on her or something like that, and it didn't hit me till years later.
You did it, bitch.
Like, but she sat on me and like my fucking ball popped up from around my dick and just like shot up at her, and it hurt so goddamn bad. Like I was like, my balls are weapons. I have defensive testes.
No, back to what we were talking about. The reason we brought up the sex tape thing is how long is will it be acceptable in today's society? Because I think in our generation, like as of right now, if we found out if one of us made a sex tape or something, I wouldn't expect anything less from anybody that I know. Like, oh, well, yeah, of course they made a sex tape. Duh.
Yeah, they've been together for 3 weeks. Of course they're making sex tapes.
No
I mean, this is 2012, dummy.
The point is, everyone's got something out there.
Yeah.
Everyone now, and if you don't, you're a fucking square.
And how's that gonna be next generation? Because I got a daughter.
I'm scared as fuck.
Yeah. Because that's going to be acceptable as fuck, because I've been having that problem with my little sister.
It makes me want to become the parent.
No, you had that problem when she was 12. She was sending her fucking naked pictures on her phone.
It makes me want to become the parent that I hated growing up. My super Nazi fucking mom. And then all of a sudden I'll go, oh, no shit. That's why she was fucking that way. Yeah. No, you cannot have a cell phone. No, you may not use the fucking computer. You're not doing any of this shit.
We're that bad as it is today, though.
No.
Because first of all,
in high school, if I would have had a fucking camera phone, we'd have been dick crazy.
No, we had to be in person. Like my dick and balls were always out in high school. I just never had. There was never like the available camera. Like
no shit.
Cell phones were still just kind of
only dudes were looking at them.
So
them Nextel, them Nokia brick phones. Yeah, they didn't have cameras.
Hold on, let me change out my Rebel Flag fucking faceplate.
Cover. Only you can play on it, Snake.
Snake. Yep. Yeah, that's all we had. I had a Nextel. I had a piece of shit Nextel, and it weighed a goddamn 10 pounds.
But they didn't have cameras on it. They didn't have none of that.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't have a fucking regular screen. It was like that shitty yellow-green background.
Yep.
Yeah.
You couldn't see that shit if you were outside.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, now
You're making a fucking circle around your face so you can goddamn...
Yeah. It's like you're trying to light a cigarette.
Who the fuck is this?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, that's you.
And back then, that was a fucking iPhone. If you had a fucking Nextel back in the day, that was like having a fucking new iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
You were a Billy fucking badass Baldwin, dude. Yeah. You were the talk of the fucking shit. And you wore this ugly fucking clip that made it sit out 10 inches from your hip.
So everyone
could see that.
Shirt,
that was like having a third cock on you.
Yeah, and your shirt would just, because it's untucked, it would just fall around the phone, just on the side.
Now I wear my knife like that. Thanks, people.
Yeah. I'm not, dude. It would fucking be me, but I've already cut myself with that knife.
No shit?
Yeah. And not just cut myself to where I probably should have gotten a stitch.
Well, the first day I wore it to work, I had 3 rednecks ask me, like, oh, where'd you get that shit? And I felt like one of those cackling bitches that just got engaged. And I'm like, showing all my bitch friends, like, oh, look at my wedding ring. It's so cute. Where'd you get it?
I was laughing.
He got it at K Jewelers.
I was laughing when he told
Every
me about
knife
it.
begins with K.
I was like, I love Pete.
Knife.
I was like, I love Peepaw, and I love Meemaw.
She'll kick your shit if she hears you call her that.
But I'm just trying to cover the name up. You know. But the thing is how white trash is it that you give
It's fucking
your
awesome.
groomsmen knives, like rebel knives for their groom?
And not only that, they're concealed weapon knives.
They are.
Like, so it comes with a parachute type cord with a drawstring on it, where you can literally like mount this motherfucker anywhere in your body, middle of your chest, middle of your back, lower back, on your rib cage.
Like watch Law and Order SVU.
I love that
When the
show.
dude pulls off his fucking jacket and he's got that holster that straps across his chest, you can do that shit with his knife.
I felt goofy because I'm strapping a 2.5-inch knife to my fucking body under my shirt. But I was like, whenever we first got them, I was playing with it, looking at all the different designs, and I finally figured out an awesome one that I can holster right on my rib cage.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. It's right at the fucking elbow crease. So like we went to reach in the bathroom for something. I knocked on my elbow, and my instinct is if I feel something falling or dropping, I go to catch it.
Yeah.
So I reach down to catch this knife that's falling out of my rib cage, and it hits me like point.
Freshly sharpened. When they came out of the box, I've got a bald spot on my fucking arm, and it looks like I've got alopecia or whatever the fucking disease is where you lose your fucking hair. Yeah. And I shave. You can literally shave.
You had like 3 little runs and smooth as shit. And I did the same thing on my hand. I shaved it up there, but the blade hit me.
The bitch was sharp.
It hit me, and it went right in, and it didn't start bleeding right away. So that's how I knew it was kind of bad. And so I was like, shit. So I looked at it, and I could see the meat inside my fucking inside
delicious.
the padding underneath my knuckles on my fingers.
Fuck.
But like I had instantly had a bruise. It was like yellow and purple for a couple days. But like today's the first day it hasn't been hurting like shit. But I super glued it the first 2 days I had it. Put a Band-Aid on it. Captain America Band-Aids. Oh, I love it too, but I immediately took it off because I ruined an entire fucking towel because my hand just started gushing blood.
No more games with sharp objects.
So I was like, oh, okay, so maybe that's not the best idea. And then I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should strap it to my chest. I'm like, what if I try to catch it with my dick?
I was a little jealous that he one-upped me this week.
Oh, with the fucking walking punchline? Yeah, that is like some nerd dick shit. Immediately when this happened, I was like, I hope this heals quick because I don't want to tell these fuckers I was the first one to cut myself with this knife that we've had for 6 hours. But dude, it's sharp as fuck, and it's an awesome knife. And I was like, so I immediately put the belt clip back on.
we should give you a gun and see what happens.
Yeah. I wonder if I can strap this to my fucking balls.
Plexico Burris would end up shooting himself in the
I wonder if I could
leg.
just take the safety off, throw it, spin it in the air, and catch it.
Well, dude, I was in and out of the sheath all fucking day on the holster, and you can feel it starting to loosen up.
Really?
I don't know. I felt like it was because if I knocked it out just by touching it.
That shit ain't coming out, bro.
Yeah, I don't
know.
See,
my habit when I drop things out, I always kick it.
I wonder if because you have the belt loop holster on it, if it tightens it because it has those pop rivet screws. Yeah.
I don't know. My problem is that now I have it. I know I have it, and I want to fucking use it
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, like some crazy hillbilly that carries a gun in his car.
Or duct tape.
Fucking Zimmerman.
Like
he's dying to shoot a motherfucker, and this poor black kid happened to be fucking there.
Oh, I thought you meant like you just have a bag of chips and you can easily just fucking peel it apart, but you're like just hacking away at it, just chopping it off.
Yeah, it's dumb shit like that. So when I got yanked into the pool this weekend, the first thought that crossed my head was, I'm going to cut this motherfucker's head off. I want to cut his fucking head off. So fucking bad, dude.
It was kind of funny because I didn't even know you left. I just thought you were going to go greet me. You must be talking to her about the situation.
Well, it got to the weird point to where I was playing out scenarios in my head.
Yeah, I could tell.
And I had to fucking go.
It was minute by minute. We went to a barbecue, a family barbecue, and everyone knows everyone there. And
where?
Dirtbag at
the Dotsons.
Okay. Yeah, so
I'll edit that out.
Yeah, so he goes to the pool to give Ike, which is their uncle, a handshake.
I've never met him. And it was literally I got introduced to him.
Yeah, he got introduced to him. So we're there for 3 minutes tops. We just had time to set our beer and all our shit down, and he gets pulled in the pool. This guy has never met us before, and he's just pulling motherfuckers
Everything
in the
in
pool.
my pockets.
Cool.
Cell phone, cigarettes, everything. Fucking rant.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit.
Was this guy 6?
Yeah, or from the 80s when no one had.
But like everyone kind of like laughed it off, and then like he didn't know. I was like, how do you not think that someone would have a phone in their pocket, you dickhead? But that's actually kind of what Lala did. Like whenever you left, she pulled up and she's like, hey, come here. She called him over. And the guy's name's Ike.
I didn't want to make shit awkward, man. Luke's going away. Fuck. I didn't want to make shit awkward.
Carpet.
Yeah, Carpet was going back to the Air Force. He was, this is his fucking deal. So she's like, let's not make shit awkward.
We should call him Dookie Carpet.
Yeah.
Or Carpet Dookie.
I didn't even get invited.
You had to work.
That's a nerd dick life for me.
And you were going to be invited because we were going to go out and then hang out and then go there.
For us. It's a nerd dick life
You were fucking MIA.
It's all good.
But anyways, it gets pulled in the pool. It stays steadily getting more awkward by the moment because at this point everyone's like whispering about it. Like
and
everyone's
I'm stewing.
Yeah, and he's stewing. So finally he leaves and Lala comes up and she's like, hey, you realize you ruined his phone, right? No. She goes, you realize that you pissed Dirtbag off. And he goes, no, why? What'd I do? And she's like, you pulled him in the pool
What the fuck?
and broke his phone. Or no, she's like, you pulled him in the pool. And he goes, yeah, it was all good fun. And I was like, hey, bro, you broke his phone. I call the dude bro. He's a grown-ass man. He's 50 years old.
Bruh.
I'm like, hey, bro. I was like, you
Wait,
broke.
that guy's a child.
So I was like, hey, you broke his phone. I was like, he's pissed because you just broke his like $120 phone, which is Samsung Galaxy 2. But
it wasn't even that.
But the thing,
I texted you Samsung Flight 2, which is infinitely cheaper. So one up on you, cocksucker. I hope Greg tells you this. That phone, I had to do a contract renewal to get it, and it was $80. So I'd said Samsung Flight 2, and I made you write me a check for $120 fucking dollars, and I bought a $50 phone. And I've been buying beer and shit on your tab with that extra fucking money.
Did he write him a check?
It was pain and suffering loss too.
Yeah, pain and suffering. You wrote me a $120 check.
That's nice that he did that though.
He kind of the whole party he was getting called a shithead, a fucking idiot, and mean and a dick, and everyone was like, hey man, you made one of the people that were coming here to have a good time, one of our guests, feel uncomfortable, and then it finally like got back to me. He's like, how much do I owe him? I was like, $120. So he wrote the check, and
I wanted to play it up.
Should have said $200.
My wife wouldn't have let me. I was gonna say fucking iPhone 4.
Yeah, $200.
And
I told him I thought it was
out
a
of
Droid.
contract, so it's fucking like goddamn $400. I was gonna be a dick about it,
but I mean, apparently it came to the woodworks that like, yeah, he's got money, so don't feel bad for asking. So I kind of like spearheaded that shit and made sure it happened. And
appreciate it, boy, because I was on my way to the AT&T store.
But I was kind of
wet clothes
because I was pissed because
I have a kid.
You and I had plans for the day, you know, not to boil it down to a fucking date level, but you and I were gonna watch the Gator game, go out to the bar, just have a fucking good time, and I ended up like running around looking for you.
the rest of the fucking day. I was pissed the rest of the day. I watched the Gators game by myself like a sad little bitch.
Yeah, I know I'm getting old is when my old lady yells at me for being at my mom's house for too long. I'm like, what? What? Was that
Come home and fuck me. No, I'm fucking my mom right now. Like, I can't help you. It's weird that you're a mama's boy now, but like all grown up.
No, I wasn't. But the thing is, I feel like I have that responsibility where I have to look after them, my mom and my little sister. They don't have a man in that house. And I know I don't have to, but it's
your mom's kind of a hippie too.
Yeah, but
so she kind of let some shit slide that she shouldn't.
Yeah, but that's me as a man. I owned up. I'm like, hey, someone needs to look out for my little sister.
Who was that creepy drunk neighbor that comes over wanting to see the fucking dogs?
Oh, he's talking about that neighbor lady who always talks to.
Yeah, she showed up and she was drunk as fuck, and I swore she was trying to look at my dick through my shorts.
Dude, she says inappropriate comments
she had Superman fucking X-ray trying to see my dick.
She makes me feel
is that not vitiligo?
If she would have said that shit, dude, I would have fucking ran. It's like, oh, this bitch has X-ray.
I would have drunk her blood to see if I can capture her mutant powers. Cut her head open.
You got to drink
like Highlander mixed with rogue superpower.
But no, but when she comes over, like she's like this drunk lady who's on pills, like, and she's old, like brittle, like
she looks
somebody
like fucking
on strings.
Nancy Pelosi.
Is she all sun dry like the lady from Something About Mary?
Yeah, and somebody on it looks like somebody's moving her with strings, like a shitty puppet.
She's a fucking marionette. Have you ever seen that movie Dead Silence?
Yeah, with fucking Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah. He's always shaved. How do you get a close shave, man?
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's such a bad actor.
Beware the stare.
But she makes me feel like with me and all my friends now, like we're 14-year-old girls, and he's like some pedo, and she is a dude who's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like it's really creepy. She goes, looking really good today. All you guys are. You know, like this lady's trying to get us to gangbang right now.
And what's funny as a guy, it's still kind of in the back of your mind. You're like, maybe.
How bad will this actually smell?
Like, I wonder, like, maybe we could.
I'll give it a shot. She's got dog hair all over her.
That's the only thing I was thinking of. I was like, maybe she's like, wow, we can all go over there. And then, like, I'll hurry up and get my nut, and then just go into the bathroom, and then dig through her medicine cabinet and see what I can grab.
You're like later, this 80-year-old bitch shows up at your house with a baby bump. You fucking knock this old fucking bitch up. She's the oldest bitch ever to have a baby, and you're stuck with this ugly little fuck.
And not me just that, you get titled for the Guinness Book of World Record for getting her pregnant.
Baby, I got something to tell you.
Good news.
I have a Benjamin Button baby.
Good news. I got Guinness Book of World Record, and we're getting a little bit of money coming in. It's gonna help us out financially. Oh, okay. What's the bad news? I got an 80-year-old woman pregnant.
I don't know, man. Would it be worth it?
I don't know, cause you can just punch.
Because first of all, that bitch is gonna die soon, so you're gonna have a major influence on a child's life that no one else can tell you fucking anything about. You don't have to deal with baby mama.
Free money out of it.
Yeah, but the act going into it. I mean, you would need
kind of
gallons of fucking lube because this bitch is a desert.
Yeah, she's
You're
like
sticking your dick into the fucking desert of Iraq.
Like if she had,
you pretty much
dried, sandy fucking piece of shit.
If she had
smart water in the kid waiting pool for like 3 or 4 hours prior.
Well, if there's 3 more of her, she can have her own like band called the California Raisins, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty
ruthless. Sing awesome.
That's awesome. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. That's fucking funny though.
Hey,
that's what
I see the dogs.
That's what I was talking about. The lady who looks like the fucking bitch from Something About Mary, like the old lady always smoking, has like that shitty fucking accent.
But she would be always smoking, but she's always asking for a cigarette. Got a cigarette? What?
No, wait, no. What you do when someone comes up to you like that, you gotta ask them to hear the phlegm. It's like I just want to hear you cough.
Let me hear the phlegm. Yeah.
That's the kind of bitch you see sitting by herself at the fucking casino.
She's the fucking bitch you see.
Like
she's the fucking bitch you see rubbing a mongoloid's back while your fucking crazy ass husband does Jeff Dunham loan jokes.
Oh my god.
You know what's funny is yesterday she came over. I was talking to my mom.
Why? Why did your mom just tell her not to come over? Because she's weird.
I don't know.
Fucking weirdo.
You know, my
mom's
mom.
hippie.
Yeah, my mom.
Everyone come in.
Free love.
Rob me and rape me. I don't give a fuck. Come in.
Honestly, do you think your mom would have sex with me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because every time there's like some sort of thing on Facebook, she's like, "Hey, you should give me a call sometime. You sound like you need an older woman in your life." Like fucking always like just like kind of want things like if no one was looking and no one ever knew, like.
I was super smashed one time and she came walking up at Beef O'Brady's.
Like the Super Smash Brothers.
She had lunch.
No, she's a very open, like just nice person in general.
We had lunch together. It was cute.
Yeah.
Except the whole time she just bitched about fucking little Hitler.
Yeah.
Being a cunt.
But
and her foot was sliding up my leg into my shorts and my cargo.
Legs hairy as fuck.
But
God, the legs on that woman.
But she came over and she's like, "Can I get a beer?" Or like she asked my mom, and she goes, "I don't got any alcohol in the house." She don't got nothing, like anything, just anything old, just in the cabinets. She said, "No." She goes,
"Turpentine."
I was like, "No, I actually, I drink beer on occasion, but I'm not, a big drinker." She goes, "We got any liquor in the house?"
You got a gas can?
Like she was just, I'm like, this lady.
You got a gas? Is it oil based for the lawnmower?
2 in 1.
But she was fiending, man, for a beer. It was crazy.
What a fucking crackhead, Like, I smoke and I dip, and if I go a day or two without nicotine, yeah, it fucking makes me a little ornery, but like I'm not like cracky about it, you know. Same with alcohol. There's sometimes like I just want to fucking drink and it's not available.
I do cleanses after the weekends. Yeah. Until I come over here, I ain't drinking a fucking thing. I just can't.
I know. I cracked that beer on Sunday night, and I put it in not this one, but the one I drank before prior to. I just put it back in the fridge.
Did that bachelor move?
I did, dude. Because I was like, I got 5 beers left.
I just dump them out and throw them away at this point.
So, I've never actually done that before. I was like, I need one of those fucking little rubber toppers you get from like when you stay up late and you watch Comedy Central and they don't have anything on.
That same old lady we were just talking about does with her cans of fucking RC Cola because she can't afford a 12-pack.
And her cat food, she eats 1 teaspoon a fucking day. Just buy tuna. It's 85 cents. It's got to be less expensive than cat food. There's no fucking reason you should be eating cat food.
Never. Ramen noodles.
Droopy cock, like, cause I eat the shit out of tuna. I love tuna.
Yeah.
Like I'll make tuna melts.
I know tuna's great. It just smells terrible.
It depends on how. You don't just eat tuna out of a can though, cause that's fucking nasty.
Stinks.
It's wet and dry at the same time. It's sloppy and I don't know. It's weird.
But at the end of the day, tuna still stinks.
I gotta be in a weird mood, man. I'll mix that shit with like macaroni and cheese.
No, man, I love tuna. Like with boiled eggs and stuff, dude. Tuna's just good.
This is how I've been doing it recently. I take like a tablespoon of mayo, like about a tablespoon of ranch, a little bit of mustard. And I've been putting that habanero salsa.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god, dude, it's so fucking good.
I love it.
It's amazing. And then I just make it like a grilled cheese, like make it like a tuna melt. So I put some butter on the frying pan, and then do it all. It's amazing. It's so good. It's the best tuna sandwich I've had.
The habanero salsa shit, man, it's so good. It's got a little sweet up front. I like that shit.
Yeah, and it's not like overbearing to where you eat it.
No.
Your guts are burning, your mouth is burning, and your ass is burning. It's actually
and you can taste it.
It's a spice opposed to like just that burning uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
He did a great job on it.
Yeah,
It's
I
aged
love it.
perfectly. I do wish it was a little chunkier opposed to liquidy, but you can kind of get that with shaking it.
Yeah. He's supposed to make some new batch. I think this weekend.
Yeah, I don't
a new batch of that and a new batch of beer.
I don't like spicy stuff that blows my butthole out.
This won't.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fucking habaneros have a way of making things spicy and taste amazing.
I do, and then worry about it later.
Yeah, and then because you get that craving, you're like, man, I want something spicy, and then like you eat it, as soon as you get that meat,
Every night, bro.
and then you're like, wait, that's probably, I don't know.
Like
and
you start wiping your ass and you can see the blood out of your like you wipe your ass so many times.
It's the next
bloody.
day you forget about it, and you're sitting down and you poop, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, you instantly remember what you did.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's what that is.
That's the kind of spice you get from jalapenos opposed to habaneros.
Oh.
But these are like crossbred because like he grows the jalapenos right next to the habaneros, but it's mostly habanero base, which holds more flavor.
Yeah.
And it's solid, and he could market that shit if it looked professional, not in just old grandma's mason jars that she gave him jam in last season.
Yeah, the new batch I think is soon. Like next
Maybe
week.
we should corner that, dude. Peepaw's
Peepaw's Puzzle
premium
Palace.
Fucking poop shoot.
Yeah.
Well, they have their Wi-Fi signal is Peepaw's Puzzle Basement.
Yeah.
It's like that. So when people look at the Wi-Fi available in the area, it says Peepaw's Puzzle Basement, and their password was like pound WRXZ7. It was like it's like no, that's not really it. It was just something. Like, it was just random like that. I was like, you should change it to pound little kids. It should be Peepaw's Puzzle Basement password pound little kids.
Now he's on the FBI list of watching. They just watch him every day now.
Why did my shit just get shut off?
Because there's keywords that send signals to the FBI, like when you're on Facebook and stuff or online.
But there's weird ones too.
Yeah, like there's ones you don't even think of, like they're like code names maybe in some kind of organization.
Anonymous.
But you send things like every time you type something in, it sends like a thing about, hey, maybe you should watch this guy. So they're always like, it's crazy how that works.
Yep, which means that at least a baker's dozen motherfuckers in the FBI have seen my cock. Going back to the sex tape thing.
And
one of the key words was rape, and I told my wife I was going to rape her mouth, and it had a fucking picture of my dick.
Or you say something like that, I'm gonna terrorize her ass.
Take
and
that,
then
take that
terrorism and yeah, I'm gonna perform an act of terrorism on that bitch's asshole. I'm gonna kick in that back door like you wouldn't believe.
I'm gonna Osama bin Laden the fuck out of your beard, pussy.
You're shooting
I'm
the
gonna stab your
whispering eye.
Gaddafi ass with my fucking
Before
knife
I
dick.
forget, I've never made a sex tape, and I thought one of us may have. I've always thought about hiding the camera and doing it because I don't think I could ask a girl to do it.
Oh.
But maybe hide it and then show it to her and watch it together and get the reaction from that. But I don't know, man. Like I just feel like if I put that shit out there, it would fucking be out there, And like I don't want that shit in the cloud.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought about doing that, but then I didn't want my wife to go, this is what you look like.
Yeah. No, I thought
that's kind of my
I'm
thing.
getting
It's like
fucked by the marshmallow man.
Like she's like panting, like having a great time, titties bouncing, just looking fly as shit.
But where you set it up
like,
at
hey.
But where you set it up at is only gonna get your fat fucking shit from the back.
My ass is like the top of my ass crack that's flat because I'm
Stay
white.
puffed
and
marshmallow
one
man is
love
fucking-
handle. You just see this one love handle.
Like, is that a third ass cheek? Like the angle he's got 3 ass cheeks. That's terrible.
And the nasty balls.
But I've definitely done some dick pics. I've only done one with my face, and that was like in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure that shit's fucking long gone.
Probably.
Most of them I don't. I don't
Probably
do my
not.
face.
So.
I wonder if there's like
It's actually the picture that's on my Facebook
Yeah.
now. It's just with my face and my fucking dick cropped out, so you can just see like my chest and abs.
I wonder if there's a database, like a server, that just holds all that. And it's not like just porn shit. It's just people like that
The
do
office
that.
has a celebration.
Yeah, it's
whenever
called
it reaches,
Is Anyone Up?
It's like 1.5 million dicks like this year. Yes, let's have a fucking food day. We've reached 1.5.
I guarantee you it's more than that a fucking day.
It's gotta be, man. Dicks are fucking like I don't know, man. Guys are not hard to understand, but it's like I don't understand.
Chicks are just as bad too, though.
No, well, here's the thing: is I believe honestly that chicks are dumber than guys because they do not realize that guys are actually dumber than them.
That's my catchphrase.
That's Nerd Dick said that shit, and it blew my mind. I was like, dude, that's fucking brilliant, dude. That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said.
Women are dumb because they
I was
don't
like-
understand how dumb we are.
No matter how we try to church it up and try to make it sound like we're responsible adults, we're little fucking boys. We want to put our dick on everything. We're fucking immature, and you need to fucking stop us.
And
Stop that. Don't let us be fucking
and give us credit for stupid little shit we do. Like
I fixed the toaster.
Yeah.
Say yay. Just
You'd be like, dude, that is amazing. You could, if you wanted to, you could get a job fixing toasters and easily make money doing that.
See,
like,
my wife
guys,
would say that, but she's too busy going, because she sucks my dick all the time because I'm a real goddamn man. And I am smarter than her. Without her not thinking that I'm dumb. I'm smarter than that bitch, and she knows it. Love you, baby.
I'm going to find a way to get her to create a Facebook.
IQ test.
I'm going to tag her. I digress. Love you.
I'll take a bat to the computer, bitch. I just will.
She's gonna be bored one day. All this shit's on her phone for whatever reason with the Dropbox fucking logo on it. She's like, oh.
What should I do? Look at Daryl's dick? No. Let's listen to this long fucking piece of shit.
No, the name of this Cavecast is gonna be called Daryl's Dick. Oh, I mean, wait.
I told you I could use my name, bitch. I don't care.
The name of this podcast is actually gonna be called Dirtbag's Dick.
Dirtbag Daryl. It is what it fucking is.
But
honestly, I really don't care because everyone knows that this is my fucking thing. You know, it's just one of those things. I don't want a fucking stranger from California who's a goddamn 49ers fan, talking shit to me on my personal Facebook because I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fuck him.
I like it. Get into it with him.
Yeah.
Add a little spice to your life.
I just honestly I don't care. I hate the fucking online bullshit. I'll talk to someone all day.
I hate
that's fine. But people get behind that goddamn keyboard. And I'm like,
the worst.
I was like, you would not say
Internet tough guys are awesome.
Dude, the thing is, there needs to be a law because in Europe you can't do that in Europe because the guy made a joke to the swimmer guy during the Olympics.
Swimmer guy.
Well, one of the guys, his grandfather died, and then like a week before the swimming tournament, and the British guy went on Twitter, like this other guy went on there, and then talked shit and goes, your grandfather would be so proud of you right now. He got arrested for saying that.
No, he said, no, good job. You really let your grandfather down.
They arrested him.
Take that.
They arrested him for saying that.
Yeah, some girl on Twitter got arrested for saying cunt.
No, I don't think you should get arrested for saying cunt.
Well, she did.
That's stupid.
Technically, that's like defamation of character, and what is that, libel or slander?
No,
which one is defamation of character?
Saying cunt isn't defamation of anything.
It depends on the context.
No, get this. I got bored because my wife was making a huge deal about me saying the word cunt. And I looked up what it actually meant. And its oldest origins means queen who invented numerals and writing. So it's actually it's not an insult at all. It's a fucking compliment. And then years down the road, it's just like the word retard. It came from the old Latin word retardo or retardé or some shit like that.
That sounds fancy. I'll have that and a glass of water because that sounds expensive as shit.
And then it became...
From now on, you guys are calling me rotonde.
Yeah.
Stop being rotonde.
And then it became the scientific term for a handicapped person. But then after years go by, handicap isn't fucking good enough. Just like after years go by, black isn't cool. Now you got to be African American, even if you came from fucking Trinidad.
Now it's black American because of that. Because of Jamaican.
Bitch, you came from Trinidad.
You're fucking
not
black.
Haitian.
Just get over it. We're white, we're black. I'm not going to say, no, I'm not fucking Caucasian, I'm fucking German.
I'm not Caucasian.
There'd be like Puerto Rican guys getting called African American, and they're like, yo, I'm fucking Latin. It's like
Dominicans are the worst. I could never tell. Because some of the light-skinned Dominicans look like fucking nignogs.
They come in drinks.
Take that, America!
They come in cartons.
I'm just joking. That was straight up shock jock. I'm not racist.
Let me get a 12-pack of that Nick
Unless we're talking about nignogs.
No, although I did send a text to that in proper context was real.
To whom?
I did send a text. Craig. All right, take 3, cocksucker. I did send a text to Cub Scout that in the proper context it sounds fine, and if you read it and you don't know me, it's probably bad. But it was talking about Spicks because I got fucked over today.
Yeah, they did.
Mexicans.
Yeah. What did that dude say? He called him a fag? What was that? Is that what we're talking about? The whole fucking Major League Baseball? That dude called the other dude a fag or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about when you said they got
I was talking about I was supposed to have some shit delivered between 1 and 8 p.m. tonight.
The bed guys. Yeah.
And I get called by a motherfucker who can't speak English because he's straight over the goddamn Rio Grande and shit. And he's like, oh, I'm here. Who the fuck is this? First
I did
of
not
all,
expect that accent.
You're
I'm
fucking,
here.
You're fucking where? I'm at your house, mattress 1? No, motherfucker. And that was the only time. And I'm at fucking work, 45 minutes away. Piece of shit.
So did you end up getting home to get the bed?
Yeah, I said, you fucking wait there, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because being Latino is fucking awesome, dude. Like if you they're the only people that can literally stand in front of a street and get jobs offered to them. Like white people can't get that.
Go hang out
And
in front
first
of
of
a
all,
store.
that's not Latino. That's Mexican.
That's the same thing. White people eyes.
I'm trying my best, but I still have white people eyes.
That guy,
Well, because dude, even it's
And be honest with you, white people, they see a Latino person standing on the side of the street, they're gonna get offered a job.
And
they're
really,
wearing a cowboy hat.
what differentiates it opposed to just country or like territory is where or how they speak Spanish. Whether it be Castellano from Spain, or that'll beef with fucking Dominicans because it's like a lower level of Spanish.
Yep.
It's like the Ebonics of Spanish, and Puerto Rican, which is more like Spanglish.
Yep.
And then you have Mexican, which is just a whole different derivative of
A
itself.
bunch of different subsects, like Portuguese has bits of
yeah.
it, and that's all through fucking Central and South America. It's all fucked up.
To the white people,
It's just like Asians, man. When I hear a motherfucker go Hong Kong wow, they could be from fucking any one of those Asian countries. It's like, what? You Japanese? Nope.
So what do you guys think? What's going on? Everything going on in the Middle East right now? War 3 is upon us.
I think it's our fault. So.
You think? But all the countries are getting involved now. Like, if you really look into it. Like,
well, the problem is, with all these people that are fucking in power, somewhere down the line, if you trace the fucking lineage, we put the motherfuckers in power.
Yeah, fact.
We just did.
Yeah.
And then knowing it's gonna come back and bite ourselves in the fucking asses. Spoiler, or no, not even a spoiler alert. Conspiracy
For the world,
theory
it's a
alert. 2007, a major general who had just fucking retired put out a memo about getting a call from fucking Bush, and he named it in a fucking row. He said, first, the people that we put in power in Libya, the shit's gonna fall directly after the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. So Libya's first, Syria, Iran. And it was basically a plan set out for fucking World War III.
Because that's what it looks like it's doing
conversation
right
he
now.
had with Bush. And the shit's starting to fucking happen, buddy.
Like, Africa's getting involved. China's trying to take over an island in Japan. Like, there's some crazy shit going on. Russia's supplying weapons.
Well, dude, it's so much creepier on so many different levels. Like, the recent shit where the dude resigned, and it was a plan, I forget the name of the plan, under Obama. They're giving guns to Mexico. Giving them to the drug cartels so they can track them. That's the dumbest fucking shit ever. Well, turns out in 2010, Border Patrol agents are getting shot with the guns you give them. Way to fucking go, buddy. But this is the first time we've done it. We've done it everywhere. We've done it with this small little fucking group in Afghanistan who was fighting against the Russians in the 80s. Guess what? They turned into the fucking Taliban,
That's
buddy.
exactly right. And then not only that, you fucking fund that shit with $3 billion.
You want to hear some crazy shit? Mm-hmm. On one of the drug lords they finally caught after murdering 45 people. You know what gun he was wearing on his hip?
It says Obama on it. It's
No.
actually his custom gunny.
No, just as funny. It's a ceremonial engraved for 25 years of service, 45 millimeter from the head of the CIA. It's got his name on it, engraved in it.
What, did he take the gun after he killed him?
No, it was given to him.
It was gifted to him.
Hey, I got this in my
Hey,
office
thanks for being
retirement.
fucking an asshole.
Here's Operation Shoot Me in the Face. This shit is so stupid.
I don't know.
I thought maybe like he was such a badass, like he killed the CIA agent guy and then took his gun, like yeah.
Ron Paul had a post today, and it was just a picture of like stickers that you can get like for your car. And it says, "Don't blame me, I voted Ron Paul 2012."
Love it.
Yeah, and I was like,
Ron Paul, man, that shake things up, dude. Because things are.
Well, no, you realize it's such a goddamn TV show when you stop and think. There's two fucking parties, and they hate each other. They disagree on fucking everything.
but it ends up being the same fucking.
When you bring in a third party, they might as well be fucking the Legion of Doom tag team fucking partners. They're on the same fucking team fighting it. How is that democracy?
Ron Paul
Yeah.
can go fuck himself.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here comes
Let's get
fucking,
him, Red. Thanks, Blue.
Here comes Jerry the King Lawler with a fucking steel chair taking out Ron Paul.
'Cause
They're
that-
all on the same fucking team.
Because that new bill they're trying to pass is scary as shit.
Yeah.
Which one? There's so many that have already
You're talking
passed
about
that are scary as shit.
the one that Anonymous has been on lately talking about like the
New Patriot Act.
well, it's like the civil liberties. Like I don't know the official name because it's changed a couple times, but we've been calling it the Civil Liberties Act.
Yeah, the National Security Defense
Pretty
Act. Or
yeah.
some shit like
Yeah,
that.
pretty much.
It's already been passed.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking done, bro.
Yep. It got passed like a year and a half ago, and
Yeah,
no
dude.
one fucking knew about it.
It's the same thing like prohibition. That shit fucking
no
happens.
one knows about it until you read a goddamn 16,000 page document and find it at the back, fucking earmarked somewhere.
That's the same way. You know, I work in the
Creepy
insurance industry,
as fuck.
and one of my jobs is
But
actually
pretty
filter
much
through
it's saying that if you talk bad about our government, they're gonna.
They can come in your
yeah,
house without
come in
due
your house.
process.
No
I've been telling
jury.
you guys about this for 2 months.
Yeah, they'll just.
I've been right there with you the whole
Dude,
time.
they'll throw you a Guantanamo Bay, you're gone.
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
done.
What's funny
You
is the whole
Not only that,
GoDaddy
they
thing.
can see. They don't give your fucking wife and kids or your family your fucking money or your cars or
Frozen,
your assets.
seized.
They seize it and put it into their fucking budget.
Their
It's
initiative,
creepy
yeah.
as fuck.
So here's the thing though, is like we talked about that a lot, and I saw a post that a friend put on Facebook about Anonymous and the whole GoDaddy beef, and I went on it, I watched it, and I was like, it had a lot of solid points. I'll like the video. Immediately after I clicked like, I was like, shit, I need to dislike this and fucking sign out and delete this account
Yeah.
because they're gonna. I was like, any minute now, there's gonna be red team go, like fucking busting in my windows. Like, why they had to rappel from my roof into my window?
Yeah.
I don't know, but in my head they were doing that.
Well, they would. You know why?
I have a
Because they
one-story-
have the shit to do it.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Batman with the utility belt. Guess what? He could have just taken the fucking fire escape. Nope, he's using the fucking goddamn.
It's
Which
like
was-
the strategic response.
Which was kind of weird because I was watching some Anonymous videos yesterday and my internet just stopped working for a minute.
No, you can't watch it.
Like I was looking for.
I can access iCarly.com,
I was
but I
look-
can't seem to get back into my anonymous YouTube
But
video.
I was looking for the one about the act because I was going to tell my mom about the act. I couldn't remember her name, so I was like, hey, let me find this video so I can find the act. So I was going.
It's actually on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I finally.
So I was going
creepy.
through the.
It's so
So I was
creepy.
going through the anonymous videos trying to look for it, and out of nowhere my internet just stopped working. Like it just stopped. I was like, oh man.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to take a step back, and I mean, it's funny. It's
Yeah.
just, it's coincidental
It's
that happened,
kinda creepy.
and it's funny, but in all seriousness, like internet's gonna give out, and it's just so funny that it happened at that
Yeah,
exact
but it'd
moment.
be kinda
I
creepy.
refuse to believe that someone is really that concerned about your individual.
Yeah, but it's
browser.
kinda creepy,
because they're gonna have
though.
to sift through all the porn. No one wants a fucking
Yeah.
boner at the FBI. When
Yeah.
like, can you imagine all the shit that
Slacks on-
FBI's have to go through, like reading
Yep.
sexing messages that like, and then
It's like, yeah, I'm looking at anonymous videos, but you have to also get through that fucking shitty ex-hamster video of this girl shitting coming to the other girl's mouth.
For 4
Sorry.
hours. Why would you watch this for 4 hours?
Yep.
I took a nap.
Can you? All right,
Are you paying someone to do this?
here's how.
Oh, there goes fucking dirtbag looking at
I wanna-
shit and cum videos again. Let's wait for the keyword so we can swarm this fucking house. When guess what?
We're gonna
Knock,
fucking
motherfucker.
take this fucking guy
All
down.
you gotta do is knock on the fucking door, pal. I'll answer it.
Hello, men dressed in
You don't
black.
have to kick my shit in.
I'm not
to
sure
where
why you
I
have tactical
to
goggles on, but
Yeah.
you know,
You're not
hello.
gonna-
You don't have to drop the fucking.
Yeah.
It's
bomb on my
it's
house.
6:30 p.m.
You're
You
not
should not have
gonna-
night vision on. Like,
You're not
this
gonna-
is not gonna be that long. I'll go
Maybe they
peacefully.
think.
No, it's cool. Taxpayers pay
Maybe
for it.
them doing
It's
that, they
alright.
think they'll catch you like in the middle of making pipe bombs. Oh, you watching all this
They're
video?
just sitting there like, oh, boop, doop, boop, doop, doop. Just screwing on the fucking.
You guys think that shit's funny? Right down the street, a dude got busted. Did you hear about that?
For what?
It's in the paper.
No.
All right.
The fucking.
There's this
this-
crazy 30-year-old dude who lived with his mom.
Of course.
Are we talking about Nerd Dick?
No.
Okay.
Dude,
Well, his
and
mom
first of all, I
called
was
the
the last
cops.
person to be living with my mom.
His mom called the cops and was like, "Hey, my son is really weird. I think he's up to some shady shit." They show up in a relatively nice old historic area of the town we live in. This dude had set up a meth lab in his mom's house and had shit tons of pipe bombs set up. And they quarantined the whole fucking area, dude. And it looked like goddamn 9/11 just happened. Like they just blew up a tower or something. There were so
Well,
many
that's
fucking
serious
cops.
shit, man.
There were sheriffs. There were state troopers.
If
It
he's
was
got a
fucking-
meth lab and a whole bunch of pipe bombs, that probably could
it
take out a
was
whole neighborhood.
fucking intense, and it's in a nice-ish neighborhood.
For the town we live in, that's saying a lot.
Of course, when they arrested him, his
You got
mugshot
shit,
is
you got
he has-
upper shit, lower shit, you got, and then okay, and then
Dude,
you got
Then you got super fucking rich,
rich,
sprinkled
like
in,
like there's $1 million house.
sprinkled in right in the middle of all these
Yeah.
fucking cunts.
You're like, we're bringing you down, fucker. You'll never be able to sell that piece of shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're
With
only
your
considered
real
middle
walls
class.
and your non-tin roofing.
But the politicians, if you make $250,000, you're considered middle class. So that's only middle class.
$250,000?
They consider that middle class. 49,000. They consider that middle class.
I'm upper poverty at best.
Yeah.
That's a new class I'm inventing.
Upper poverty.
Upper poverty. It's in between not unemployment and McDonald's.
Well, see, they trick you because the poverty level's like at $13,000 a year. So automatically you see that and you go, oh, I'm not poverty level.
But you're not fucking middle class.
Let me go to a bank and try to finance a house.
If you
tell me to go get
dude,
fucked.
How is $240,000 a year?
It'll take me 112 years to pay this house off of my salary. If you make $240,000 a year, you can afford butlers. And how are you middle class with butlers? That doesn't even make sense to me.
What doesn't make sense to me is all these motherfuckers that do make $250,000 a year.
I know one person
going out and buying these huge houses. It's like you could live like a king. Just go buy a little 3-bedroom fucking house.
Go buy
this house.
And you've got all kinds of fucking cash to just do whatever you want. Hookers, fucking blow, whatever.
You have sex swings with people fucking 24/7 in your living room.
One of those Chinese baskets that you spin until it's like a rubber band that you've twisted too much. Then you put your dick in this fucking little Chinese whore, and then you let the basket go, and it just spins.
Well, you have to cut her legs off because you don't want to be kicked in the goddamn face.
No, you tell that bitch, hold your goddamn ankles, or guess what, motherfucker, back on the boat.
Well, you got to be careful because the
They'll
Chinese...
kill you for having too many kids.
They like to say that people are athletic and flexible, but they're really 12-year-olds. You just can never tell with a Chinese person.
But how many people you guys know that make that much money? I know one person that I've ever met in my life. I only know one person I personally know that make that much money.
Every time I look in the mirror.
That's up to $250,000 though, isn't it? Middle class up to.
Middle class is $249,999 down to
$15,000.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah. There obviously needs to be an upper poverty class, and there's lower middle class, which is I think 50 to 100.
After 60,000 a year, you're upper class.
As a family.
Yeah.
You're not upper class, you're middle class.
I think this is not individual. This is if you combine yours and Fleshlight's salary together.
Okay. But the thing is I know my uncle, who is single now. He got a divorce.
Congratulations.
Slinging dick.
Dude, he making $250,000 a year.
Dick.
That's a lot of money.
That's a shit ton of money.
I want to know why he hasn't been hooking me up.
What an asshole.
Because look at you.
I know.
He's
I
like,
need
this
help.
fucker will waste it on some dumb shit.
He'll go get fucking pilled out.
Just pilled out.
He's gonna get pilled out and drive and fall asleep and drool all over himself.
When he dies, he's gonna give it to like one of those fucking fun set up like Chick-fil-A.
First of all, what I would do is buy a whole bunch of pills, go to Walmart, and buy stupid ass Legos. I would get bored within 10 minutes of playing with them.
I love Legos.
Honestly, like I'm just the kind of person that would try to take things responsible when I do that because I've always said I never lived lavishly. But if that fucking money was coming in, I didn't see an end to it. It would get goddamn ridiculous.
I got you, dude. I scared myself the other day because I passed by the billboard and said 149 million for the Powerball, and then I instantly thought, all right, I'm buying a neighborhood, and then I started thinking about all my friends, and then I'm building a house here for everybody. We're gonna live in the same fucking neighborhood. And then I started thinking about shit, and I was like, I'm starting a fucking cult. Like, this is getting really fucking culty.
We'll have 2 pools because one will be for fucking with no lights. The other one will be for me.
They're all like, oh, this is fun until, the 3rd week there, they open their fucking door, and on their doorstep is this weird outfit that they have to fucking wear.
And me, I'd be like, this shit looks comfy. I like jammies.
The next firstball child.
I love how it doesn't have sleeves on this.
Yeah, I love these jammies because they're fucking cut off jean shorts and a fucking metal shirt with no sleeves.
And then at noon,
this is my fucking type.
At noon, you have to go to this Buddha-like statue that's
it's just
that's
my
dirtbag.
Yeah.
And we have to
I'm making that picture, dude.
It's a hybrid of you and I. It's got my gauges and your fucking face and my mohawk.
And it sits in the middle of the neighborhood.
And it's got 4 nipples for him in honor of...
It sits in the middle of the neighborhood, and at noon, everybody has to pray.
Are you kidding me? I would move in tomorrow. This is how
all the females walk out and they're like, why is there only one outfit here? And you go, yours is sitting right there. Where? Exactly.
Your current one needs to be right there.
But it'd be weird because then we
have to see each other's
then we have to see we have to see our wives and our girlfriends naked. It'd be like, Why'd you marry her?
Can you imagine me, like, with the fucking bachelor life I live, like, mowing through fucking girls week after week? Like, just having to explain that shit, like, coming up, like, hey, if you're gonna stay over.
It's really cool. It's nice.
All my
we
friends
have a
get to see you
cookout.
naked,
They
and you
cook
gotta
really
go
good
rub
food.
fucking the dirtbag Buddha's belly in every morning at 6:30 a.m.
Filet mignon dinner, but there's only.
He's got this ridiculous dick.
No, he's actually sitting on his dick, wound up like a fucking snake underneath him.
No,
And it comes up around his shoulder. And it's got fucking googly eyes on it. That's the only part of the statue that's not bronze.
Oh, God.
The googly eyes fucking dickhead wrapped around his shoulder.
If I ever get rich, I'm starting a cult.
Dude, I'm fucking right there with you, bro. You finance it, I'll be there.
Maybe you can put like a huge lightning
I'll
rod
be
in
your
it
fucking
too.
hype man, your
so
yes
when
man,
it storms, and lightning always hits it, so it looks like it's like something like the gods have chosen.
They don't have a bunch of fucking rules that you guys have to do, like on Thursdays you have to go dance around the lightning rod shit. And I'm just inside fucking videotaping and putting it on YouTube, like, look at these fucking idiots.
Look at my cult. They're my precious cult followers.
My precious coat.
Eventually you would get like that. If you had that fucking much money and time and just dumbass friends, like, you would eventually, like, if you lost us to someone, you'd be like, where's my preciouses?
No, I just hire Spanish dudes to hunt you down.
Go up to the Home Depot and you're...
Hello?
If I won that much money, I would
10
just.
grand to kill a motherfucker with a mohawk.
If I had that much money, I would
He's
just.
broken the sacred vow.
If I had that much
You
money,
do not
I
live
would
a
just
cult.
invest all that money in making myself turn into a pope.
You want to fuck little kids?
No,
First
I
of
just
all,
want
you
to be
gotta
a
fuck
pope.
kids and be a former Nazi. You don't meet the criteria for the Pope.
I just want to be the pope. I would get him assassinated, and
Hey,
I'll
we'll
pay
pause,
everybody
we'll
off.
pause this, let him go kill a few Jews, and then fuck a kid, and then we'll be right back.
What you could do is you just fuck a bunch of Jew kids to death. Just kids. Like, just 2 to 1. No, you gotta at least kill 3 birds with that stone.
Yep.
Okay. You gotta have the fucking Cub Scout death balls that pop out and hit the other 2 kids in the face.
Wow.
Just
Fucking Jew kids to death.
I think we'll end on that.
Yeah.
No sense in
Any of it.
no, just anything else. Like, we've made our points. Go out there and be somebody. Make it a great night.
How many Jew kids does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. I'll write the other half later. Because it's so fucked up.
Oh my god. All right, man. Well, this has been Bears in the Cave. Thanks for listening. It's Cub Scout.
Jew bag.
Nerd dick. Jew dick.
Jew dick. I'm a
Jew scout.
Jew. That sounds like some fucking shit you go to when you're a kid. Instead of going to church camp, you go to Jew Scouts. They teach you how to braid your fucking
bangs.
Your acidic Jew sideburns.
I'm Jew scouting from some Jew dick and some Jew bag. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, fuck y'all.
Who they don't believe in.
No, they believe. They just. It's one of those things where something really.
They believe he was a cool dude hanging out.
Hey man, we thought you were cool, but I mean the kind of stuff you were saying.
You're not the son of God, you piece of shit.
We're still waiting. And then the Mormons came around like, no, not him either. Oh, good call on that, Jews.
No, it was much later. And by the way, black people are black because they were cursed by God.
Well, you know the religion is wrong is when you can talk to your father about it. It goes, no, I remember when that happened.
What the fuck was that? Was that?
It was somebody from stand up said it. I can't remember.
You know.
It was Dan Cook. It was somebody.
No.
It was somebody. He goes, you know that religion is wrong is when you
No, it was
ask,
Daniel Tosh.
we can ask your dad about it.
He's
He
like,
goes,
oh, I remember
no.
when that came out. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah. Thanks for the fun.
Yep.
Daniel Tosh. This is for you.